Coming up today on Good Morning BU.
Encampments on campus. College students across the U.S. engage in protests against the Israel-Hamas war.
Money overseas. We dive into a new Senate bill that provides aid to Ukraine.
A drag racing debut. Sports cars illegally cross the finish line in Boston's Back Bay.
And it's time for an honorable mention. Award season kicks off tonight at Boston University's Redstone Film Festival.
Later, sports correspondents Allison DeWitt and Alexa Podolsky gives us the rundown on the NFL draft.
Live from Studio West in the College of Communication, Good Morning BU starts right now.
Welcome to Good Morning BU. I'm Kara Mem.
And I'm Lainey Broussard. Here are today's top stories. College students across the nation have set up encampments on their campuses to bring attention to the ongoing war in Gaza. And this week, that movement made an impression here at Boston University. Chairs were set up on Marsh Plaza yesterday, protesting the Israel-Hamas war. BU now joins the likes of over 40 other colleges that have seen these protests, including UCLA, Harvard, and MIT. Over at the University of California, police arrested 93 people last night and announced that the university would be canceling its main commencement ceremony over safety concerns. At Emerson College, students held a pro-Palestine demonstration yesterday, chanting that protests, quote, will not stop and will not rest.
Boston schools aren't the only ones experiencing a rise in protests. More than 150 pro-Palestinian protesters at New York University and over 100 at Columbia University have been arrested. In addition, Columbia University announces that classes on its main campus will be held remotely for the remainder of the semester. Provost Angelina Olento commented on the matter, saying safety is their highest priority. However, this sentiment is not felt among the student body after the university called the police on protesters who had their personal items confiscated, including their student IDs, which they need to access university buildings.
Moving on to former President Donald Trump's history-making hush money trial yesterday. The trial featured testimony from David Pecker, the former publisher of the National Enquirer, who testified that he was forced to admit 2 stories about women who claimed they were involved in a sex scandal with Trump weeks before the presidential election in 2016. Playboy model Karen McDougal and adult actor Stormy Daniels were at the center of Pecker's third day of testifying. Also making headlines was Trump's attempt at gaining absolute immunity over election interference. Trump claimed that the U.S. presidents need immunity when speaking to the press.
A president has to have immunity. You don't have a president, or at most you can say it would be a ceremonial president. That's not what the founders had in mind. And they're not talking about ceremonial. We want presidents that can get things done and bring people together.
The Supreme Court is likely to reject the immunity claim.
In another New York courtroom, New York State's Court of Appeals overturned Harvey Weinstein's 2020 rape conviction yesterday on felony sex crime charges, a stunning reversal of the landmark case of the Me Too movement. The court found that in 2020, the judge erroneously admitted testimony by allowing women who were not part of the case to testify that Weinstein had assaulted them. The decision leaves open the possibility that District Attorney Alvin Bragg could indict Weinstein on the same charges, meaning that the ruling doesn't let Weinstein walk free. He is currently serving time in a New York prison, but will be transferred to the custody of prison authorities in California, where he was also convicted of rape and sexual assault charges.
Ariel Henry, the Prime Minister of Haiti, submitted his letter of resignation on Wednesday amidst an ongoing gang violence crisis in Haiti. Henry, who was unable to return to Haiti due to safety concerns, had previously said back in March that he would resign following the establishment of a transitional council. The interim prime minister was announced to be Michel Patrick Boisvert. He and the new council will now have to face challenges of restoring Haiti.
Moving back home, the U.S. gave Ukraine a new secret weapon last week to aid them in their conflict. The U.S. sent Ukraine a $300 million weapon shipment of new long-range missiles. The U.S. joins Britain and other allies in supplying Ukraine with these missiles, but these new ones are reportedly able to travel 90 miles longer than the currently used ones. President Joe Biden approved 100 of these missiles to be sent over to Ukraine in secrecy. However, key congressional members were notified of the president's decision to send the secret shipments.
On the topic of Ukraine, Biden signed an aid package on Wednesday to provide Ukraine with crucial military assistance after months of negotiations.
This package is literally an investment not only in Ukraine's security, but in Europe's security, in our own security.
This package was passed by the Senate on Tuesday after a final vote of 79 to 18 votes, allowing the bill to pass to Biden. Worth nearly $95 billion in total, the majority of the aid will be sent to Ukraine, and the rest will go to Israel and Taiwan.
The U.S. Supreme Court is split over whether or not federal law can require hospitals to provide emergency abortion care. The strict abortion ban in Idaho brings up considerations surrounding whether state law can require hospitals in states with abortion bans to provide emergency care. Conservative justices push that a private hospital can't be forced to violate state abortion laws, while liberal justices countered this with examples of women being forced to seek out-of-state emergency care. After hours of debate on Wednesday, no unanimous decision has been made on the matter.
Keeping in the political sphere, the U.S. government agreed to a $138 million settlement on Tuesday for the FBI's mishandling of the Larry Nassar case in 2015. Nassar assaulted hundreds of women under the guise of being a sports doctor. He was able to prey on more than women at the time that the FBI mishandled his case before the arrest. Michigan State University was also accused of being negligent and agreed to pay $500 million to more than 300 women and girls who were assaulted.
Listen up, all TikTok lovers. President Biden signed a law on Wednesday that forces the sale of TikTok by its Chinese owner ByteDance, or risk an outright ban. Congress passed the bill and cited national security concerns, ordering ByteDance to sell the company within 270 days. The law will likely face legal challenges, along with resistance from Beijing that could block the sale. ByteDance may argue that a forced sale violates users' free speech and the First Amendment. These legal issues could take months or even years to settle.
In more legal news, Tennessee lawmakers passed a bill allowing teachers to carry firearms in schools. This bill comes just after the deadly shooting that occurred in a private elementary school in Nashville. After it was passed on Tuesday, protesters chanted at the Tennessee House Republicans caucus.
Their blood is on your hands!
The 68 to 28 vote has been sent to Republican Governor Bill Lee for consideration. If he chooses to sign off on it, this will be the biggest expansion of gun access in the state since the Nashville shooting. And stick around to hear more about the Senate race and some Boston drag racing right after this break.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
Why?
My.
Oh.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
Welcome back. We might be in the midst of Massachusetts history. Ian Kane, president of the Quincy City Council, has announced his long bid against long-shot Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren for U.S. Senate elections. Hoping to be a voice for the new generation, Kane will have to face a reliably blue Massachusetts in order to beat Warren and GOP runner John Deaton in the primaries.
The City Council of Salem, Massachusetts is developing an ordinance to remove homeless encampments as an increase in the homeless population has shelters at capacity. The encampments have been responsible for 203 calls for police service, 49 reports of trespassing, and 2 active fires, according to the Salem Police. The council is expected to begin moving the ordinance quickly through a city process that will require 2 votes. However, City Council President Ty Hapworth said that the goal is to have the ordinance in place by late spring or early summer.
Sticking in Massachusetts, on Sunday night at about 2 a.m., around 40 people and 15 cars gathered in Back Bay for drag racing and other dangerous road activity. When officers arrived, some 40 cars were blocking Commonwealth Avenue as people recorded burnouts, donuts, and cars driving the wrong way. While this behavior is normal in the city, the Boston Police Department was urged to investigate due to the popular living spot. No arrests were made, but 5 parking violations were issued.
Massachusetts plans to deploy more than 200 air pollution sensors in communities across the state, along with 100 more specifically in low-income communities. For almost $800,000, these sensors will measure harmful air pollutants that are linked to respiratory and cardiovascular diseases. This expansion will help monitor the progress of Massachusetts Clean Air Act from the 1970s.
Rodents have been an issue around the heavily populated areas for a long time. As we all know, living here in Boston, the rat population is getting kind of out of control. However, in Cambridge, an academy was created to train dogs to kill rodents. Robert Corrigan, a well-renowned speaker at the academy, said, quote, "Rodents are taking advantage of us," end quote. The academy, as you can see, trains these dogs to be another fighting layer against the rat infestations in Cambridge and eventually Boston.
Stay put, a live report from our lifestyle correspondent Kayla Sharp coming up after this break.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Welcome back. Live from outside of the Gannis Arena, Kayla Sharp has the wrap on Saturday's student concert. Hi, Kayla.
Hi, Lainey. Today brings us one day closer to BU Student Government's Spring Fever concert. Now, I see that there's not many people around me right now, but tomorrow at 8 p.m., this area will be filled outside of Gannis Arena with students in anticipation for Sexy Red, the viral sensation.
I'm sure tomorrow is going to be absolutely hype. What can students or attendees expect to see?
Yeah, of course. So students can expect to hear Sexy Red's most famous songs. One of them is Ski Yee. Also, BU Student Government is hosting 41, a rap group known for their song Bent. And for Gannis Arena, be expected to only bring small bags because medium and large are not allowed. So just be prepared for that as you enter the arena.
And I remember that last year that tickets sold out so quickly upon release. Can you tell us more about ticket sales this year?
Yeah, so this year student discount tickets are sold out as of today, but on Ticketmaster you could find $81 tickets to $215 tickets, depending on if you want bowl seating or floor seating. So it's up to you, but try to get tickets when they're hot because they may be sold out by tonight or even tomorrow.
All right, you heard her, folks. Go grab those tickets. Thank you so much, Kayla.
In other news on campus, it's been more than 4 weeks since BU teaching assistants went on strike. Graduate student workers remain picketing on March Plaza and around campus, but the numbers have dwindled. Faculty had until Wednesday to reach out to their higher-ups if they needed any grading extensions. The BU Grad Workers Union is planning a walkout at March Plaza on May 1st, the last day of classes, at noon.
Next up, our entertainment correspondent Natalie Lett has all the details on this year's Redstone Film Festival.
Tonight at 7 p.m. is the annual Redstone Film Festival at the Psy Performing Center, where 6 films made by BU film students are screened for an audience and nominated for varying prizes.
So the Redstone Film Festival is a great opportunity for students to showcase their work. So the only things that can be submitted are things that were made in a BU production or film class.
We make movies, and so every year people can submit their films to the film festival. I worked on 2 films. I was a cinematographer, so I was more like working on the visual side of it.
Film students dedicate their semesters to make the films that are perfected over the course of pre-production, production, and post-production.
People sometimes underestimate like how much work goes into a film.
One day I think we started at 5, went to 2, took a break, went back at 7, wrapped at like 2 a.m. and then we edited for about like 2 days straight.
A festival gives students an opportunity to showcase their passion and is a big step for a young filmmaker.
So you're seeing just the work of students with the resources and the space and the professors, everything that BU provides. And it's an opportunity to screen those films in front of an audience, which can be, for student filmmakers, can be something that is hard to come by.
What I want to get out of this Redstones is, I'm very proud of the film that I made, and hopefully it at least inspire them a little bit to, be ambitious and make something that's very personal.
The festival is right here at the Psy Performing Center and open to the community to watch. You can get your tickets online at the Redstone website for free to watch the 6 nominated films and find out who the winners are. For Good Morning BU, this is Natalie Lett reporting.
Thanks, Natalie. Today at 7 p.m., the BU Department of Film and Television will be hosting their annual Redstone Film Festival at the Psy Performance Center. This event, sponsored by Canon and the Sumner N. Redstone Charitable Foundation, will feature 6 films produced by undergraduate and graduate comp students. The 6 finalist films this year are Bob, Forgive Me Father, Lockjaw, Paz de Dukes, Runner's Blood, and The Notice. These films will all compete for an award across 7 categories. And filming never stops, and projects are always in production. With us today, live in studio, is Lydia Evans, one of the screenwriting nominees for the Fleeter Rosenberg Award.
Hi, Lydia. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. So first of all, congratulations on your nominee in the TV pilot script category. That is awesome. And I think we're all dying to know what the script is about. So can you fill us in about what the general spiel is on your script and like how you even went through the writing process?
Yeah, of course. So it's a sitcom pilot called Wiz. It's about a group of wizards in high school, kind of like a combination of Wizards of Waverly Place meets Sex Education, so a more adult take on that. And the writing process, I wrote it for my Writing for the Sitcom pilot class, and I've never written fantasy before, so I kind of just used some of the inspiration I've had in the past from like TV shows I've watched and other, I guess, jokes that I've kept in my notes and went to writing. It was not a long process.
Great, amazing. That sounds so cool. And where do you draw a lot of your comedy inspiration from? Because I think I'm pretty hilarious, but like some people might. So, like, how do you write to be universally funny?
Yeah, personally, I feel like I just write what I think I would enjoy, what makes me laugh. I take inspiration from shows I really like Curb Your Enthusiasm, Arrested Development, Insecure. And if I write something down and it's making me giggle, I think that's enough to make anybody laugh. So just being genuine.
Yeah, that's perfect. And I know that it's optional to submit to the film festival. What made you decide?
Yeah, so because I'd written it for the class, I thought that it was worth editing, like fine-tuning it to submit for the festival because I really enjoy writing and I really wanted the chance to recognized for writing a strong pilot, and my professor liked it, and I felt like it was pretty strong. So when I heard that the festival was coming around, I went to work editing it for about like a week or so over winter break, and thought that it was a cool opportunity to be recognized for something I was proud of.
Yeah, amazing. Well, we wish you the best of luck, Lydia. Thank you so much for joining us today. And Boston sports fans, and that better be all of you, stay seated for more on the Bruins and Celtics. All this in an NFL draft recap after the break.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
Why?
My. Oh.
Welcome back. We're in for a lucky treat. Coming up on Saturday with the Tide series, the Celtics play the Miami Heat. With the Celtics' top NBA Atlantic standing, they have 5 more games against the Heat until the end of the playoffs. Now for the icing on the cake, the Boston Bruins have landed themselves a second-place spot in the National Hockey League Atlantic standings. On Saturday, they have another game against the Toronto Maple Leafs, one of their biggest rivals. Throwing it off to Allison DeWitt and Alexis Podolsky, they are going to give us the rundown on the first round of the NFL Draft.
Thanks, Lainey. How about last night's draft, Alexa?
Round 1 is always one of the best nights in football between fan reactions and the twists and turns, but last night did not disappoint.
You know, I completely agree. I was left speechless when the Atlanta Falcons drafted University of Washington quarterback Michael Penix Jr. 8th overall. I mean, the pick was so unexpected that allegedly not even their current quarterback, Kirk Cousins, knew about it until the team was on the clock.
And it was shocking for some viewers at home, too. Penix was given the label of Cousins' successor before he could even step on the field in Falcons uniform.
And fans were left guessing how Cousins felt by the last-minute surprise.
It's never a right time to talk to a quarterback about those things, and reactions are always going to be private when it comes to those things, unless Kirk decides to tell you some of those things, whatever the case may be.
It for sure left me a bit surprised. I mean, while he was a good player, I didn't expect him to get drafted that early.
Other than that, there were lots of reactions from players and their families that left me grinning from ear to ear. USC's quarterback Caleb Williams getting picked first overall by the Chicago Bears probably took the cake, though. His mom recorded a message talking about how proud she was of him, and their reactions weren't as explosive on last night, but you could still tell that they were excited.
The celebrations will continue into the weekend as round 2 of the draft airs live tonight.
Stick around to hear more from our interview correspondent, Sofia Gonzalez-Irigoyen, on BU's class, Producing the Social Purpose Short.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Welcome back. Here's our correspondent, Sofia Gonzalez-Irigoyen, about a class that offers a unique experience for undergrad and graduate students.
With over 100 film and television courses available to the undergraduate student body at BU's College of Communications,
There is one in particular that stands out for not only its syllabus and production of narrative social commentary shorts, but also the unique opportunity for undergraduate and graduate students to collaborate and work together. The class forms production teams that dedicate themselves to the creation of exceptional short films based on those scripts for festival submissions. Director Taylor Morales of the film Chameleon had this to say.
I think it was important for me to tell stories that were missing on screen, I guess. So when you're talking about things that are more sensitive, things that are more nuanced, oftentimes kind of seeing it on screen and putting the humanity behind it is so important. The overall consensus is this is a really great opportunity to give screenwriters kind of a platform. On the undergrad side, it does nothing but help your portfolio to have diverse stories and your hands in that.
Divulging more into the importance of this class is Anna Cohen, Assistant Director of the film Chameleon.
Having a developed short film by the time I'm graduating 2 years master's program is really game-changing. People want to see a finished product, and being able to have my hands on both is really important to me.
Having classes like this available for students is part of what makes the College of Communications Film and Television Department so great. Reporting live for GMBU, I'm Sofia Gonzalez Irigoyen.
Thank you, Sophia. And today is Lainey's last show ever for Good Morning BU.
So weird.
It is so sad.
Weird. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit what you're doing next, because you have big plans.
Yeah, I remember coming in here my freshman year doing The Wire for the first time. I saw like Evan Jimenez and Stephanie Joseph be here, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this, and it feels weird to be in this space again, but I'm excited for the next chapter.
Yeah.
I interviewed with the NBC Page program on the East Coast, so I'll be there for the next 15 months doing tours of 30 Rock and working with Jimmy Fallon and SNL, so I'm excited to get my hands.
What show are you most excited to work on?
I watch the Today Show a lot,
Okay.
but also my mom loves Kelly Clarkson, so if we can get my girl Kelly, a little Laney collaboration,
Maybe do like a shout out to your mom, like a little video on the side.
I can't sing, I can sing with her on the
You could practice, you have time, you have a whole year.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But how do you feel? It's your last show of the semester.
Yeah, it's my last show of the semester, and I'm going abroad in the fall, so it's going to be a while until I'm back on the desk, but I mean, I'm leaving it in really good hands. Same producers next semester. We have a couple coming back from abroad, and I'm excited to see what they do. While I'm abroad, I'll be watching. I'll be staying tuned.
Excited.
Yes.
How was it producing this semester for you?
It was amazing. I also produce behind the scenes on opposite days, and it's amazing to see how everything works when you're not on the desk, because it's completely calm in here, but sometimes it can be a little chaotic in there.
Absolutely.
Vice versa,
Yeah, well, you've done an amazing job this semester. I'm so excited that I got to co-anchor with you.
It was awesome to work with you, Lainey.
Absolutely, but that's going to do it for us this week at Good Morning BU.
But before we go, we would love to give a shout out to all of our graduating GMBU seniors. Sydney Dow, our lovely, lovely producer, director back there in the studio, is in the midst of interviewing for a position that aligns with her international relations major and PR. And lucky for us, she's aiming to stay nearby, so if not Boston, she'll be somewhere close on the East Coast. And Allison DeWitt, our sports correspondent, is hoping to stay on the ice as she pursues a job in sports broadcasting, preferably in hockey. Evmorphia Alton will be staying in Boston as an associate social media specialist for GYK Antler. And my lovely co-anchor, what we just heard, she's heading off to the NBC Page program. So congrats to you all. We're so excited for you.
And from all of us here on GMBU, thank you so much for watching. For the last time in Studio West, I'm Lainey Broussard.
And I'm Kara Mims. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Goodbye, guys.
Bye. Oh, no.